Hey everybody, it's me, Bob Harris, Senior Editor of FootballDiehards.com. Time for your Week 17 injury preview, review, update, and overview. The thing we like to do every Saturday to get you up to speed on all the things you need to know to set winning lineups this week. It matters more than ever, right? It's championship weekend. Congratulations if you made it this far. And I know it's more important to you than ever, so we'll get right with it here. If you haven't been keeping up during the week, this will be the place to come to kind of set the table and get the things on your radar that need to be there. And you can make your decisions from here. As always, things will change after I record this. It's about 1:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Check the late breaking updates section of the site for more. And all the way up through each quick kickoff window, we'll have inactives, pertinent lineup changes, any developing breaking stories. So watch for that. Check the FSP staff rankings. That cheat sheet is kind of your one-stop shop for everything you need to know. There'll be links to all the pertinent information on all your players if you just want to scroll through that and see where all your key pieces stand as we head into the weekend. We'll start out with the Sunday's early window. The Saints are at the Eagles. Jalen Hurts listed as doubtful, all but officially ruled out. Gardner Minshew expected to get the start. You should expect that as well. He was pretty good last week. Probably be pretty good again this week. Not as easy a matchup this week, or pretty tough matchup, but he should fare well. Has great weapons around him. He finished his QB3 last week. It's pretty good. On the other side of the ball, Chris Olave listed as questionable with the same hamstring injury that sidelined him last week. Seems like he worked on a limited basis all week, has a chance to play this week. Dwayne Washington, the running back, has been ruled out. Alvin Kamara off the injury report, missed a couple days due to personal reasons. Also has a quad issue, but full work on Friday. He's off the injury report. The Dolphins are at the Patriots, and Tua Tagovailoa has been ruled out with a concussion. His third of the year. Don't know that we'll see him again this season. Teddy Bridgewater gets the start there. On the other side of the ball, Ramondre Stevenson listed as questionable with an ankle injury. Damian Harris off the injury report, by the way. So that's something worth noting. Tyquan Thornton listed as questionable. Hunter Henry listed as questionable coming off a knee injury he suffered last week. Devontae Parker and Johnny Smith with concussions have been ruled out for this game. The Cardinals are at the Falcons, and Colt McCoy has been ruled out of this game. So the replacement for Kyler Murray missed last week's game with a concussion, came back, practiced fully Wednesday and Thursday, had symptoms on Friday, so he has been ruled out. And instead of Trace McSorley, the Arizona Cardinals will start David Blau, kind of a journeyman, has started for Detroit in the past. Just want to get a look at him before they make a decision on Week 18. So DeAndre Hopkins turned up with a knee issue on Friday. Left practice early. He is listed as questionable as well as the team prepares to go to Atlanta. James Conner at least came off the injury report. All good there. Everybody's good for the Atlanta Falcons. Panthers at Buccaneers. Very important game for both teams. Julio Jones listed as questionable for this one. Tommy Tremble's the tight end. Listed as questionable for Carolina. All the pieces that we're worried about should be in place. You're hoping for a Mike Evans big game. J.C. Horn, the cornerback, is out this game. Maybe you get a little luck there with in coverage with Mike Evans. Hasn't been great so far, right? Get it. Bears are at the Lions, and maybe one of the highest over-unders on the day. Like that, Dante Pettis for the Chicago Bears and Chase Claypool both listed as questionable. Pettis hurt his ankle in practice this week. Seems like very tenuous his ability to play, and not that you want to play him, but Justin Jackson on the other side of the ball. And by the way, Equanimeous St. Brown came off the injury report for the Bears, so he had missed last week with a concussion. Claypool's missed 2 straight games. We'll see if he gets back this week. Justin Jackson, who's kind of been a fly in the ointment for that Lions backfield, is listed as questionable, turned up on Friday. They have another guy, Craig Reynolds, who might be the third wheel as well, so don't get overly excited if you're a Swift or Jamal Williams investor. Both of them have been kind of had the top taken off them by the additional piece of the backfield there. They've basically been a 3-way split. For the Cleveland Browns are at the Washington Commanders. Antonio Gibson has been ruled out for this game with foot and knee injury, so clear path to workload for Brian Robinson Jr. And a great matchup. On the other side of the ball, everyone else good to go. Deshaun Watson has been struggling, so the offense hasn't been great. Nick Chubb, they say he has a foot issue. He's not on the injury report, so should be good to go there, and expect him to be very busy. Broncos at Chiefs. The Broncos fired head coach Nathaniel Hackett this week. Jerry Rosberg takes over as interim coach. The guy they hired to come in and run the clocks and do things when Hackett had problems with that early in the season is now running the whole show. We'll see how that goes. Jerry Jeudy listed as questionable. Guy's been on a tear. Hopefully he makes it onto the field. The expectation, Rosberg basically said they expect him to play. So he does have the questionable designation. So does Kendall Hinton. Cortland Sutton off the injury report. So good news there for him. Greg Dulcich, however, the tight end, the rookie tight end, has been ruled out and was placed on IR after being ruled out. On the other side of the ball, Mecole Hardman. Andy Reid was optimistic earlier in the week that he would return from IR. He is not returning to IR. Sounds like he suffered a setback during the week, so that'll be something to watch next week or as we head into the postseason if you like to play the DFS, etc. Colts at Giants, Ashton Dulin, Kyle Granson both ruled out. Dulin took the big hit from Derwin James in this game, had the concussion. Granson missed the last week's game with the ankle injury. He will miss another. Jaguars at Texans. Trevor Lawrence is listed as questionable, as he has been the last couple of weeks. Expect him to play, just like he has the last couple of weeks. Probably play pretty well, as he has the last couple of weeks. On the other side of the ball, Dario Ogunbowale is listed as questionable. Turned up with a knee injury late in the week. Not a good sign. Tegan Quitoriano, the tight end, has been ruled out. Not that you need to play a Houston tight end. Named anything. Sunday's late game windows. The Jets at the Seahawks. A lot of questionable players for the Seattle Seahawks. Kenneth Walker III. Tyler Lockett, 10 days, 12 days removed from finger surgery, is listed as questionable. Travis Homer listed as questionable. Marquise Goodwin downgraded to doubtful on Friday afternoon, so don't expect him to play. Lockett is expected to play. Walker is expected to play. It's a very tough matchup against the Jets. Geno Smith revenge game. Pete Carroll revenge game too. Remember, he coached that team for a year. Anyway, I'm not a big fan of the offense here, but hopefully it comes out okay. Everyone's good to go for the New York Jets, and Mike White is back in at quarterback. So good news there for Garrett Wilson managers. I think for just the Jets offense in general. The Rams are at the Chargers, and there's bad news there. Tyler Higbee, who's kind of been on a little bit of a tear at a position where we need help, tight end, is listed as questionable, came up with an elbow issue. That'll be worth watching heading into the game. Again, the late afternoon kickoff will complicate matters for you, so be careful there. For the Chargers, everyone of interest is off the injury report, most notably Austin Eckler, who was limited a little early in the week, but worked fully on Friday and came off the injury report. 49ers at Raiders. This one's interesting. Derek Carr will not be playing, people. You'll be surprised. He's away from the team, right? They benched him in favor of Jarrett Stidham. And so rather than stick around to be a distraction, he has basically left the team. The two sides agreed that would be the best route to go. So we won't see Derek Carr again this season, it turns out. And Jarrett Stidham will be the starter. Zamir White listed as questionable in this one, so not that you're digging that deep. It's a tough matchup for Lamar Jackson as is, but it'd be nice if there was less pieces around to cut into that workload, right? On the 49ers side of the ball, Deebo Samuel got back on the practice field this week, but he has been ruled out. Looks like he'll be back next weekend for the playoffs. Christian McCaffrey off the injury report. Everyone you need is good to go there. That takes us to the big game of the afternoon, Vikings at Packers. Christian Watson listed as questionable. Seems like he might make it on the field. He made it on the practice field Friday. They kind of downplayed the injury during the week, but he was supposed to practice Thursday and didn't, so raised some concerns. Then Friday, limited work, so seems truly questionable in this one. Everyone else is off the injury report. Aaron Rodgers came off. Aaron Jones came off, so everybody's good to go. And for the Vikings, everyone's good to go. So it should be an exciting game. Looking forward to that one. Sunday Night Football, Steelers at Ravens. Lamar Jackson has been ruled out. Tyler Huntley will make his fourth straight start. Other than that, the injury reports are clean. Deontay Johnson came off for the Steelers, and Najee Harris and Pat Freiermuth are fine after getting days of rest early in the week. Monday Night Football, Bills at Bengals. It looks like Stephon Diggs is dealing with an illness. He'll be fine. Works fully on Friday. Dawson Knox has been limited. Hayden for the Bills, for the Bengals. Hayden Hurst looks like he'll return. So there you have it. Good luck in your championship week. I'll be back next week. Some of you are playing in multiple or multi-week championships, and we'll be here to cover you at FootballDiehards.com with all our usual in-week columns, news, information, etc., and same drills on the weekend. So good luck in your championships. Hope you bring some home.